I think it is live now. We're going to assume it's gone live. My name is Jennifer Stay, and I am from Coloring Bliss, and I'm here with Rose, although she is all curled up in a little ball. She's my little white Maltese dog that comes and colors and does art with me. And we were live earlier today on Facebook, and we didn't have my new coloring book ready to launch, but we do now. And so I thought we would jump on here on YouTube and announce the new coloring book and also show you what I would like to do as a giveaway to just celebrate these new markers that I found and also celebrate Easter and spring. So I'm really excited about it. Steve is still over on the computer getting all of the links and everything just right for you guys for the giveaway. But is the giveaway live right now?
Almost. No.
It's almost live and ready for you, but you can go and order the Easter books now, so that's exciting. So he isn't sitting right next to me right now to make sure that the live is working correctly. Maybe I'll have him take 5 and go and check and make sure it's working. It looks like it is, so that's really good. Hopefully we've got people popping on. If you could hit like, that really helps my channel, and it helps so that it gets shared out and helps my channel grow. Also, if you could share this, maybe go on to other social media places or other groups where you like to share your coloring art, that really helps as well, and we can get a group together and I can show off some of my new art. We're going to do some coloring. I've already started coloring in my new coloring book because I couldn't resist. I am so excited to color these cute little chicks. And so while we were getting everything set up, I sat down and started coloring with the new Caliart markers. So I'm going to do a little demonstration on how I've been doing this coloring with the Caliart markers. And we're going to talk about the giveaway, which I'm so excited about, which maybe I'll talk about right away here. And then we'll talk about it on and off during the live stream here as well, so we can answer your questions about that. So I have 2 sets of Caliart markers. How this happened is I'm on the hunt for a good low budget alternative to Copic markers to be able to recommend these markers to people who would like to try alcohol markers, maybe would like to try something a little more step up from Sharpies, shall we say. And so I've been looking for a marker that hits about the 50-cent per marker range. I thought that would be a good area to hit. And so there's quite a few on Amazon that you can pick from in that range. And I picked 2 to bring into my art studio to start out with. And they are Ohuhu and Caliart. Ohuhu is one that I've heard a lot about. I've watched several reviews, and I thought that would be a good place to begin. They are also a 50-cent per alcohol marker. And I also wanted to bring in Caliart because I've been hearing recommendations from all of you that Caliart is a good brand. And also they are just built a little bit differently, and that intrigued me. I wanted to see what they were like. And so I brought in the Caliart 40 set, and immediately I could tell Caliart was a little different, a little step above the Ohuhus, and I knew I wanted more than just the 40 set that I brought in. So I brought in the 100 set, which is sitting right here. And when I got the 100 set, I pulled out the 40 out of the 100 set and replaced them into this 40 pack here. So all 40 in this pack are brand new markers, and they are the original 40 that came with this set. And this is the set right here that I want to give away as the prize. Now, if you follow the link in the description of this video, it will take you over to a blog post that has all kinds of information about my Easter coloring book art. I think it's got links to the new coloring book, right, Steve? That blog?
No, not yet.
He's still over there typing, trying to get this blog set up. So, is the giveaway live?
think so.
Oh, I think he's got the giveaway live. So if you follow that link later, not right now. I mean, you guys have, I think, a little,
April 1st.
yeah, till April 1st to enter. So you don't have to rush or anything. It's not going to give you any advantage to run over there and do it right this second. But when you follow over there, you're going to find lots of different ways to enter to win the Caliart markers. And it's going to give you 40 markers. This set cost me $20 to bring into my art studio. It's going to be a really fun set for you to have and to practice coloring with alcohol markers and get you started into that world, or to just build your current set. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to give this away. The giveaway ends on April 1st. Probably midnight Mountain Time is usually when that giveaway is set up to end. So you have plenty of time to enter, so there's no rush, but head on over there and check it out and get entered so that you have a chance to win 40 Caliart markers. It's pretty cool. So I have right here in front of me the 100 set of Caliart markers, and I think he's setting up on the blog a link to where you can go check out the 100 set on Amazon. And if you click on that link and go check it out on Amazon, that's an affiliate link, which means if you purchase that by clicking, if you purchase the Caliart markers by clicking on that link, I just get a little kickback. It doesn't cost you any extra money. It's a pretty cool little program Amazon has to help support people like me who share their links. So that's how those little Amazon affiliate links work. Anyway, the cool thing about the 100 set is you get a colorless blender in the kit. And I was really excited to see that. They don't really tell you what you're going to get when you buy these kinds of sets of markers on Amazon, like the Ohuhus and the Caliarts. You just sort of get what you get. And so I didn't know I was getting a colorless blender in this set. And so when I opened it up and saw the colorless blender, I was really excited about that because I love a good colorless blender. When I was coloring this little chick here just a minute ago, I slipped and some of the yellow got outside of the chick's body, and I was able to correct that mistake no problem at all because I had the colorless blender. Really cool. I love that. So anyway, that's why I love a colorless blender. You can use it for other techniques, of course, but more often than not, I end up using my colorless blenders to correct mistakes. And, you know, that's what happens when you're coloring with markers. You slip sometimes. So that's good to have a colorless blender. Okay, so I want to show you the Easter coloring book too, and we have a really cool deal going on for you if you come over and order any of my coloring books right now, not just the Easter book. I have Christmas coloring books, I have holiday coloring books that cover every holiday throughout the year, I have inspirational thought coloring books. I have all kinds of amazing products that you can come and check out that we print personally here at our Bliss Print Center. And the cool thing about our Bliss Print Center is when you place an order, we actually print it here on a industrial size printer. It's not just a home printer. It's a really big, amazing printer that does gorgeous prints, and we can print it out onto beautiful paper for you, and we print it on the paper you choose. So it's such a cool way for you to get a book customized just for you. So I really encourage you to check it out. Shipping can be a little expensive to international, so if you're outside of the United States, be aware of that. Other than that, it's an awesome way for you to get a beautiful coloring book of my art on paper that is, you know, specific to the way you color. Do you want a book just for markers? You can get it on the marker paper that I love. That's how I had Steve print this book for me, because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of coloring with the Ohuhu markers and the Caliart markers and this set of Copic markers that I brought in. And so I wanted this entire book done in the marker paper, and so that's how I had Steve just barely print it for me down in our print shop. So you can have it printed on the same kind of paper that I have here, or you can have it printed on color pencil paper, or you can have it printed on mixed media paper. You can even have it printed on our gorgeous metallic paper, which I'm going to show you here in a minute because we have a giveaway, and it is a well, I don't know if it's a giveaway, more of a bonus, because if you order a book right now before April 1st, we have a beautiful, did it end up being four coloring page bonus? It's a 4-page coloring bonus. Technically, it's a 5-page coloring bonus. I'm going to show it to you right now, but it's 4 coloring pages. If you've ever wanted to try grayscale coloring pages, now's your chance, because you're going to get 4 of Steve's beautiful grayscale coloring pages. He is such a talented photographer, and he has taken so many photographs over the years and has turned the best of them into some beautiful coloring pages for us. He stylizes them and makes them into beautiful coloring pages, and you get to try 4 of them as a free bonus, and they're going to be printed on the gorgeous metallic paper. And oh boy, are they beautiful. Actually, let me show you. He has bound them into this book, and I put a little post-it note back here so I could get to them easy. So here's one of them right here. And I'm going to move it in the light so that I'm looking at the camera here to see if you can see it. Oh, good. You can see. Look how that shines. And it's this beautiful metallic paper. If you haven't gotten any of this yet, you're going to have such a treat. So this is the grayscale image right here, and you color on top of it, and the shading of the gray comes through the markers that you color with, or the color pencils, whatever it is that you decide to color with. And it's such an amazing way to color. I'll probably do some coloring on this. I'm trying to think if I'll do it as a live event or a video. We'll see what happens over the next few days. But I want to show you how fun it is to color these grayscale images. Now, Steve knows that this can be a little intimidating if you've never done grayscale coloring before. So as part of the 4 coloring page bonus, he's included a 5th page, which is a full color printout of the 4 images, the way they look in full color. Right here. So that comes with the 4 pages, and look how gorgeous this is printed. Just such a glossy, beautiful, I mean, this is beautiful art in itself right here. So you get this printed page along with those 4 grayscale metallic coloring pages, and this will give you a little idea of how you can color it, give you some ideas of the different shades of greens, what the original image looked like, and you can either follow these colors if you want, pull your color palettes, your color schemes from these images, or you can just be inspired by these images and then choose your own colors and do however you want to. So that's why he's included this full color page with the 4 grayscale metallic coloring pages as a free bonus for any coloring book you order between now and April 1st. So now is the time to order. Don't forget, if you're one of my premium members, you also get, how much do they get off?
10%.
You get 10% off your order when you are a premium member, and premium membership's only $5 a month, and premium membership is awesome because you get full access to my entire coloring library on my website, which is like over 400 downloadable coloring pages, plus a whole bunch of worksheets and all kinds of stuff that you get to help you with your coloring on my website. Plus, it's just a great way to support me, to keep me doing tutorials and videos and more art for you. So, lots going on. Follow the link in the video description. It's all there. There's some free coloring pages you can download right now that are limited time for Easter, so come and see that as well. And make sure you enter the giveaway for the Caliart markers. So let me show you a little bit more in this coloring book. Steve is here sitting by me now, so he's going to kind of catch up on your comments, and if there's any questions or things, he's going to help me make sure I've filled you in on all pertinent information here as I've been just chatting away. So, but let me show you this book here. This is the Easter Bliss book that I just finished doing all the art for this book last night, actually. I think I stayed up till 3 or 4 in the morning last night to finish all the art for this book. So I'm really proud of it. This is this mandala here is actually one of the coloring pages inside, and Steve has turned it into the cover for it. By the way, it turned out really pretty. Good job, Steve.
Oh, thank you.
So this is the cover of the Easter Bliss book. When you, like I said before, when you order with the Bliss print shop, you get to pick the paper. So that is really fun. I don't know of anyone else that lets you pick the paper you get to color on. And there's lots of information there to sort of walk you through and help you choose the paper. That can kind of be a big decision because you have to decide what you're going to be coloring with. But there's lots of information to help you. And like I said, I knew I was going to be doing lots of marker coloring. So that's why I had Steve print mine on marker paper. And I'm going to flip through all the pages, and not everyone has seen all the art that's here. But if you go to the link and check out the Bliss print shop where you can actually see where to order this book, all of the pages are there. I don't hide anything from you. I want you to see everything that you're getting when you order my books. I don't want it to be a surprise and you be disappointed by half the pages in your coloring book. I don't want you to have that experience with my print shop. So everything is there. You can go see every single image there. So let's take a peek here. I'm going to flip the view and zoom down a little bit so you can see better all the art that you will get with your order. Oh, I had Steve include in mine the Bliss swatching page, which is so handy. I use this all the time. I have my Caliart markers swatched already, and my Ohuhu markers. This is how I usually swatch all my markers I'm using. But if I have a certain group of markers, or maybe I'm using an additional set of gel pens or something with the markers I'm using, I'll swatch them here and have them right handy with what I'm coloring. So I have him put this swatching page on every single book because I use the swatching all the time. Plus, this is a great place just to sort of match up your colors and make sure that they are working well together. You can use this page in a lot of different ways.
Lori asked, what's the difference between multimedia and marker paper?
The marker paper is super smooth. It is really smooth so that the tips of your markers don't get worn out too fast. That's one of the biggest worries with markers is you want those tips to last a really long time, at least as long as the ink inside your marker. And so you want a paper that is really smooth and really dense with fibers so it can hold lots of ink. At least that's, there's different kinds of marker paper. For majority of us, the way we like to color with markers, building up layers and blending the colors, that's the kind of paper we want, is a dense, smooth paper. And so marker paper is that way. Mixed media paper has a little bit more tooth to it or texture to it. So if you want to use color pencils and markers, you can use that paper and be able to use a dry medium like color pencils, and that tooth or texture will grip onto that dry medium, but it's not so textured that it will damage the tips of your markers, where the color pencil paper has even more texture and holds on to your beautiful color pencils even more, so you can build up more layers and do even more really amazing effects. So that's kind of the difference. The mixed media has ended up being our most popular paper. I think the majority of our books go out the door in mixed media paper because I think most people think, now I'm kind of set up to color almost anything with that paper. So if you're not too sure what you're going to do, then I would say go for the mixed media paper. And then next time you order a book, maybe you could say, well, now I've got this big set of Caliart markers. Now I want a full book in marker paper. So that's kind of how I would advise you with your papers. Okay, this is the first page, and this is a brand new page. I just finished drawing this gorgeous little gnome. Nobody has seen this yet. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I'm not very good at this zoom yet on our new camera setup. There. Isn't that gnome cute? So this is my brand new Easter gnome for this year. And I wanted to have a little gnome that was like dressed up as an Easter bunny and doing the little Easter egg hunt that he's setting up all the Easter eggs for the kids. And so that was the idea behind this cute little coloring page. And in the end, I ended up adding some cute little birds. Did you like the birds? I don't think you saw the birds until the next day.
Yeah, they're really cute.
And Steve suggested I make one of the ears floppy to make him a little more charming, which I thought was a really good suggestion. And anyway, I think he turned out really good. I had other variations of him, but I think this turned out to be the best. At one point, he kind of looked like a big bear, because I think I made his costume a little too full-on costume. So I had to pull back the costume, and I kind of wanted to make it look like he was wearing long underwear or something underneath his Easter bunny costume. So that's why I made him look like he had like striped long underwear or something on underneath his costume. That was the concept, at least. So you can do whatever you want with his little outfit underneath his Easter bunny costume. So that's the next page. This is one of my all-time favorite pages that I have drawn for Easter. This one is so cute, I think, and so stylized and fun to color for Easter. This is one of my new ones that we released today for all my premium members. It was let's see, a lot of my members asked if I would do an Easter cross, and so I wanted to do something with it that was very reverent and very sacred. The cross to me is a very sacred symbol, and so I wanted to treat it very reverently, and this is what I came up with. I wanted it to feel like it was a stained glass window in maybe a very, like what I was saying old-timey earlier today, but that's not a very good word. That's sort of like I can't think of vocabulary word. What's a better word? Like
vintage?
A vintage, or like if you were traveling in Europe and you go into a beautiful old chapel and you'd see a beautiful stained glass window. Yeah. That's what I wanted it to feel like. And so whatever that would be, like historic. There you go. Yeah, that's a better word. Historic. Okay, back to the pages. Okay, so I wanted it to feel historic and reverent because I treat this kind of symbolism very reverently. So that's in the coloring book. I think it turned out really beautiful. So, and here's another coloring page. Just some beautiful spring flower imagery. There's going to be lots of that kind of feeling in this coloring book. Here is one of my all-time favorite. Trying to keep the pages out of the way here. This cute little Easter bunny sitting in a basket. This is, I think, one of my most favorite things I've ever drawn is this one right here. I really adore this. Plus, I think I struggled a lot trying to get this basket to look the way it does, so that's another reason I'm so proud of it. So let me see if I can get this to...
Yeah, they had some good words for you. Nostalgic.
No, that's better, yeah.
Like Stacy's cathedraly.
Oh, cathedraly. I like that too.
Old world.
Yeah, there we go.
Good words.
Okay, here's another one. This one's actually... Oh dear, my voice. Will you hand me my water? Ooh, I've been talking too much.
Yeah, they're really liking that. The pages and the drawings.
Thank you for my water. This one's actually available right now as a free download if you want to come and get this one. Yeah, it's limited time free download right now, so come and get this one. This is also one of my all-time favorite coloring pages. So fun to color, all the different details. This is one that I like to color every year. I think I have a favorite one that I color every year for Valentine's. This is one of my favorites to color every year for Easter. It's just so much fun. Okay, here's another one.
Anna says, love your art.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Sharon says, loving this video. You're so cool.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have Steve here chatting now because I felt like I was just talking to myself for the last 20 minutes. Okay, here's another one that says, I know that my Redeemer lives. This is one of my all-time favorite hymns. I love it when we sing this at church services, and that's why I picked it as one of the pages I wanted to draw, 'cause I love that hymn. And here we are at the chicks that we're going to keep coloring here in a minute. I'm loving how this cute little chick turned out. I really love the little chicks. I rewatched the live event and everybody was saying, you know, you can have chickens in the city if you want to have chickens. And I was like, well, I don't think they'd suggest that if they knew that our yard was like this big. We can literally mow our lawn in it's more work to pull the lawnmower to start it than it is to actually mow the lawn. I think the lawn is like that big. So yeah, we can't have chickens where we're at. Darn it. But we can go to the store and see the cute little baby chicks every year, which I really do like doing. So instead of going to the store, we'll just color chicks this year, right? Okay, then here is my new mandala for the year, and it's the one that's on the cover of this coloring book. Love how this turned out with the tulips and the cute little eggs. And here's a new one. And I love this cute little bunny. And here's the daffodils that I told everybody I'm into daffodils this year. So here's more daffodils with a really pretty, I love how this butterfly turned out. Love, love, love. And ladybugs. Little ladybugs, everybody. Cute ladybugs.
Beth says, stunning. You create with such a huge heart.
Oh, thank you.
Stacy says, yes, Jennifer, you are so cool and I adore you.
Oh, you guys are so nice.
Lenny says, I've really been getting into art lately. Thanks for helping me get started.
Oh, you're welcome. I love that we can all do it together and inspire each other. That's one of my favorite things about this community. Okay, this is a brand new one this year, Easter Bonnets and Spring Sonnets. Someone was saying during the live event that they still have Easter parades with Easter bonnets in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yes, so maybe we need to go visit the UK during Easter and I can be part of a spring Easter bonnet parade, because I think that would be so much fun. Would you walk me, Steve, would you walk me in an Easter bonnet parade?
Yes.
Just like the movies, arm in arm?
Yes. Would I have to wear a top hat or something?
Yes! With tails. You could wear tails. You guys, he wore a white tux with tails for our wedding. Oh, we got to find a picture of when we were super, super young and very skinny. And he was in a white tux with tails for our wedding. You have to wear that with a white top hat.
I don't think white tuxes are in style anymore.
No, but I bet we could find one. A vintage one.
That's right.
Okay, sorry. Back to the coloring pages. Okay. Oh, this one is inspired by little Rose, who is sound asleep over there. Smile, it's spring. Right now she has her hair in pigtails instead of just one little top knot. And she refuses to have bows in her hair anymore. But anyway, here she is with her cute little mouthful of spring flowers. Here is another one of my favorite with a beautiful quote. He is risen from the scriptures. So pretty. I love this one. This one is really fun to color too. This would be really pretty hung up during Easter on the wall, I think.
Star's enjoying how you can switch back and forth the cameras now, so you don't just see your hands all the time.
I'm glad you like that. I like it too. It feels so much more personal. And the only thing I don't like is I took a nap after the live event for the Facebook live event, and when I woke up, half my makeup was rubbed off. So I'm not used to makeup. I haven't worn makeup in like a decade, and so I'm having to relearn how this makeup stuff works. So I had to reapply half my makeup so I could do this live event, but that's all right. It was a good nap, so it was worth it. Okay, and here's my cute little spring piggy. We have an awesome member who... well, there goes my voice again. Who suggested I make a spring piggy because her little daughter, granddaughter
requested it.
Her granddaughter requested a spring Easter piggy. So here was my take. I've never drawn a pig before. I think I should have done her. These aren't paws. What would you call these? Hoofs. I wish I had done the hoofs a little more 3D, given them a little more dimension. They look a little flat. That's my only regret on this one. Anyway, that's me being picky. Other than that, I think she turned out so cute, and it'll make everybody smile, I think, when they color her up. So.
Speaking of chickens, Yolande says, as kids living in the countryside, we got some chicks, and the one who survived was a rooster, a guard rooster, who'd attack anyone who wasn't family or didn't wait for us to say okay.
That's awesome.
A guard rooster.
I've heard that birds can be really territorial and protective like that. Okay, this one, it was inspired by, here in Utah, one of the very first flowers that bloom in the spring are the crocuses. And it's a bulb like a tulip, and they bloom like, when you see the crocuses come up, you know spring is here. And it's so exciting. I want to plant crocuses soon, because I think they're just so happy when you see the crocuses. So I did a whole bunch of crocuses all around the outside of this one, and then this is just a beautiful quote from Jeremiah 31:3. I have loved thee with an everlasting love. For me, Easter is all about thinking about the resurrection of Christ and his love for us, and so I wanted a quote about that. I tried to think more about that for Easter. That's what Easter is about for me, the love that the Savior has for us. And so when I was picking out a scripture quote, that was what I wanted to find for us, was one focused on the love of Christ. And so that's what you got, because I get to pick, so you guys get to enjoy what I pick. One of these days I'm going to do more Christian type coloring pages, and I'm going to have you guys help pick the scriptures, but for now I get to pick, and this is what I picked. So beautiful early spring crocuses from Utah with a beautiful quote about the love of Christ. Okay, now here is another really cute little bunny with a very stylized top of that carrot. I had so much fun. I think I drew this one like 2 years ago or so. But I remember having so much fun drawing the swirls on the top of this little carrot. That was lots of fun to draw. I remember that very vividly. Okay, here's another new one that says spring with just a lot of fun little flowers to color. Lots of fun. I really want to add lots of gel pen glitter to this one. When I was drawing this one, all I could think of was gel pen glitter, gel pen, lots and lots. So that's what's going to happen here. So that's the end of this 20-page Easter coloring book. And then now we move into the bonus pages that if you order this book or any book, that's any of them from the Bliss Print Shop, you'll get the 4-page metallic grayscale bonus pages. This is the first one here, and remember, I'm going to hold them up and look this direction so I can move them in the light, because that's when you get to see the full beauty of these pages when they're on the metallic. Now, Steve has a whole bunch of grayscale pages that you can order from the Bliss Print Shop, and you can get them on any of our papers. But when we were picking this bonus for you guys, I wanted for you to have the metallic paper, honestly, because a lot of you haven't tried it yet, and it is some beautiful paper, and it works really great with especially the alcohol markers. Really good with alcohol markers, but you can try it with color pencils. It looks beautiful with that too, and I've heard a lot of people are having good results with the gel pens too, so go for it. I would love to see what you guys do with it. Now I'm hoping to do a coloring video on how to color with grayscale coloring pages, but there's a lot of resources out there already here on YouTube. You can go onto our Facebook group and get some hints and tips as well. If you've never tried grayscale before, don't be intimidated. It's actually easier than you think. So especially where this is a free bonus, it's no extra money you've spent. So this is a really good opportunity for you to try grayscale and see how fun and amazing it is. So
in fact, Anne is here with us from A Colorful Life, and I think she's done some grayscale tutorials.
Anne does a lot of really great tutorials, so What's her YouTube channel?
A Colorful Life.
A Colorful Life. So check out her YouTube channel, and she's got some great tips and ideas to help you out there. So, yeah, check her out in case I don't get to it. I always say, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that, and then days just slip by. That's part of the problem of being chronically ill, is days sometimes just slip by. You guys know that. A lot of you have the same problem. Okay, so there's the first page you get. Here's the second page, and I'm going to show you the full color images as well, because Steve has included that to help you out. So it will inspire you and show you, you know, sometimes it's hard to see with the grayscale images, where does the color start and where does the leaf start and what is the background, what's going on in the background. And so I love that Steve includes a full color image for you to kind of inspire you and get you started, so you know how to approach the grayscale coloring pages. It can be intimidating. Here's another one. I told him he had to include this one because it's so spring. The tulips, have they started blooming yet when you were driving through our neighborhood? Have the tulips come up yet? Our neighborhood has streets where they have lined the streets with tulip bulbs, and they come up so pretty in the spring. But you know, I think we had snow last week, so I bet those poor tulips are still hiding. So that's why I want to plant the crocuses, because they'll come up even in the snow. I love it. And here is another. This one is such a pretty image. I love the really soft lighting at the top of this one as well. So like I said, come check out Steve's other grayscale coloring books. You can get a whole book printed in the metallic paper if you want, or you can try it in some of the other papers too. And then here is the full color images done on our beautiful printer that we have. Look at that gorgeous printing that printer does. I love our printer. Love it, love it. If anything, having our print business, I just love just having the printer. It's been a good excuse to have a gorgeous printer. And then I had him print it with the chipboard on the back. That's an option. That's another cool thing about ordering books through us, is you have all these options that you can add a chipboard on the back to give your book a little more rigidity if you want to. So come check out our print shop if you haven't already. So that's the Easter Bliss coloring book.
Nice, Anne. She sent us $5, and so and Deb sent us $10.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so nice. I think it was, what was it? Probably the last time we were live on YouTube. You guys were doing that tip jar thing where you can do those donations to us, and that's the first time it's ever happened. And it's just so, you guys are so kind and so generous to do that. It means so much, and it helps us so much. Steve has been able to work almost full time this month for us, all of us. I think of him as all of our employee. He's, you know, he kind of works for all of you, not just me, because he just barely put the giveaway up for us for the Caliart Markers. He gets everything for the blog going. He gets the free coloring pages up for you guys. So I really do think he's sort of the employee for the entire community. And so when you do those donations, it really does make it so he can keep doing this. And that's why we've been able to do more. Every month we seem to be able to do more and more for you guys. And this is why, is because of your generosity, and we feel it, and it's such a love. We love you guys. We love you. Okay, so that's the Easter coloring book. I think I've said enough about that. I'm going to flip to the Chicks page, and we're going to play with the Caliart markers. Don't forget to follow the link in the blog to go learn all about the Caliart marker giveaway. I've got the 40 brand new markers in here, all sealed up so that I wouldn't accidentally use them, so they'll stay brand new just for you. I was really worried they'd get mixed back in with these 100, because all of a sudden you've got all these markers everywhere. So I put the 40 in here, sealed them up. They are perfect, pristine, and ready for whoever wins them. The giveaway ends April 1st, midnight Mountain Time. And so that gives you plenty of time to enter. Lots of ways to enter, and I can't wait to give these away. Woohoo! So exciting. Oh, Rose has her eyes open. Hi, Rosie. Everybody was asking in the last video what kind of dog she is. She's a Maltese. We bought her to be my companion dog. So she lays on my aching legs, and she's like a heating pad on my aching legs. She's just the perfect little companion. She's almost too much of a companion. She follows you into the bathroom. She follows you everywhere. So, but that's what she's supposed to do, and she does her job well. Yes, you do.
Ray D says, I was so happy when I stumbled across your YouTube videos. I love how you present them.
Welcome, and I'm glad you like them. You know, the majority of the comments we get are so very positive. YouTube can be very ruthless, but, you know, for the most part, the comments are really positive, and it makes me want to do more for you guys. I really appreciate that. So.
Tammy was able to jump on for a little bit.
Oh, good.
Sounds like she's had a really bad...
Oh, no.
Migraine today, so that's no good.
I'm sorry. I wonder.
Thank you, Michelle. Michelle Benazik just donated $5.
Oh, my goodness, Michelle, thank you. I do think we need some sort of, like, bell that goes off, or maybe the lights flash or something. Or maybe I have to do something goofy when someone donates. I pet Rose or give Rose a treat or something. That would be fun. Give Rose a treat every time someone donates.
Rebecca did say, hello, Rose. She's so beautiful. Will you pet her for me?
Okay. Hey, Rosie, they want to say hi to you. Oh, she's so drowsy. Say hello. Yeah. Oh, I just put her hair up in pigtails. They're so cute. She's like, Mom, I hate my pigtails.
Yeah, she always fixes them.
After I do her hair, she eats her treat because she gets a treat for being patient for her hairdo, and then she rolls around and around on the floor until her hair is the way she wants it. And she didn't destroy it too bad today. Sometimes she'll just practically pull out the whole hairdo. She did pretty good today, huh? You're a good girl. Oh, big sigh. But you have to comb them out. Maltese hair grows really long. You know, you've seen those show dogs where they have the long white hair that goes all the way to the floor. That's what she is. So if I don't keep cutting it and keep grooming her, as you know, I groom her at least once a week. I should be doing it every day, technically. If I don't do that, she gets mats and she gets really messy, and then they naturally have this staining around their eyes. That's just a Maltese. But other than that, it's hair, not fur, so she doesn't have the same problems with dander that most dogs do. She doesn't shed like a normal dog, so that makes her an ideal pet for people with chronic illnesses that need a good companion dog that will just love on them. And so she's really been ideal for us, more ideal than I ever expected a dog to be. So she's our little angel.
Grace's Coloring Corner says, I colored from Original Bliss Volume 1 today with the Caliart markers.
Oh, cool. So you are fresh with the Caliart experience. So we can Caliart.
Which, if we have a few people who've gone on, you may want to mention following that link in the description to...
Yeah, why don't you tell them?
For the giveaway.
Yeah.
We're giving away 40 Caliart markers. So.
Yep, I bought 40, and then they were so nice. I was like, okay, Steve, we got to buy more. And so I bought 100 Caliart markers and swapped out the 40 out of the 100 while they were still brand new. So the giveaway is for 40 brand new Caliart markers, and I'm keeping the 100 so I can show you guys all of them. And we're going to give away the 40, and it is let's see, the giveaway ends April 1st, so follow the link. You've got plenty of time and lots of ways to enter. The Caliart markers, so far I'm super impressed with their blendability, with the way the body is made. Seems really sturdy. These are only 50 cents a marker, which is really inexpensive compared to other alcohol markers. The Copic markers, these are the Copics I brought in because I've only ever had Copic Chow markers. These are the Chows, they're round bodies. And I've been needing to buy some sketch markers, so when we discuss alcohol markers, I can show you sort of the industry standard marker is the Copic sketch marker. These 12 Copic sketch markers are more expensive than all 100 of these Caliart markers, which is just amazing to me. So you can get all 100 for less money than 12 Copic markers. Now there's reasons, and we're going to do an entire video dedicated to that. Copic markers are refillable, they have a brush tip, there's a lot of reasons why Copic markers are more expensive, but do they really need to be that expensive? That's my question. And if we're using them for coloring and not for professional to be sold pieces of art, do you really need to spend $5 or $6 a marker? Or can we get away with 50 cents a marker on these markers here? So that was my journey. I wanted to find some inexpensive markers that I could happily say to all of you, yes, these are some markers I would recommend. So that's what I was out to find. And so far, I'm most impressed with the Caliart. I've only brought in 2 lines, Caliart and Ohuhu, because that's all I could afford to bring in right up front was 2 lines. There's actually several that are in the 50 cent per marker range. And we just started with those 2 to begin with. And of the 2, Ohuhu and Caliart, so far I'm way more impressed with the Caliart. So that's why we're coloring with those, and that's why I'm giving those away to you guys. So they're awesome.
And likes that you're doing markers.
Yeah, it's so much fun to play with markers. You can color an entire area so fast. Color pencil is such a slow art medium, although it's still, I think, my favorite. But it's so slow, and you can't color full pages really efficiently, let's say. But you can combine markers with color pencils, so I can do the best of both worlds, right? So I'm using 2 colors, a light and a dark, to get sort of a gradient effect. So I laid down the light color green, and then I'm coming in with the darker color. And then I go back to the light color and blend in that darker tone so there's not such a harsh line.
That's funny. Katie did the same thing. She ordered 40 Caliarts and started coloring with them, and then turned around and ordered the 100.
See, they are impressive.
Yeah, for the price, they really are.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how far the ink is going to go. That's my next question. How far is the ink going to go, and how long is the nib going to last? That's what you get with Copics, is they have a lot of ink in that marker, and those nibs, they last a long time. I mean, they better for $5 or $6 a marker, right? But the Caliart, I'm not sure yet how long those tips are going to last and how long the ink is going to last. So that's what this Easter book is sort of dedicated to. I'm going to do a ton of coloring in it with both the Ohuhu and the Caliart, and we're going to find out. Will the ink last a long time, or is it just going to fizzle out? You know, still though, with 50 cents a marker, even if they do fizz out fast, I don't know, you can still buy a whole lot of markers, you know, for that price. But you can't buy them one at a time. So if I use up this green, the only way to replace this green is to buy the entire 100 pack again to replace this one marker. Wah wah. So again, there are ups and downs here we have to consider.
Rebecca says, my first time with you live. I came upon your videos yesterday. You're so inspirational.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you made it to our live event. Well, this is sort of a surprise live event. We did the live event during our regular live event is Facebook Wednesdays 12:30 Mountain Time, and we wanted to release the Easter book and talk about the Caliart giveaway, but we just weren't ready, so that's why we're here today. So let me show you how good this works. I've got this one is canary yellow. Oh, it's not interesting. We're coloring a chick with canary yellow. It's Y003 in case you have the same set. And I'm using the chisel end because we're coloring a really large area. And I'm just going to color in with the lightest yellow that I'm using for this chick. And you kind of want to go a little slow because it will help decrease the streaking.
Grace's Coloring Corner says, I guess it was marker day. I love Caliart markers. I ordered the 100 markers.
Did you? Wow.
Let's see. Janelle asked. Oh, okay. She was curious to know how water-based markers work on the metallic paper compared to alcohol markers.
Alcohol markers... Okay, water-based markers are water-based, so they tend to...
Sorry.
You're so rude.
I didn't mean to be.
I know you weren't being rude. You were just laughing. Well, that was sort of obvious, Jennifer. Thanks for that obvious information. But they are. Water-based markers... Okay, think of alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. You put it on your skin and it disappears really fast, right? Evaporates really fast. Same with water. You put water on your skin, it takes longer for water to evaporate. Okay, now picture that same two products going onto paper. Water on paper soaks into the paper and will cause that, what I call pilling, where it causes the fibers of the paper to... pill up and cause little balls of paper, right? So, and then it dries slower. And alcohol-based products will dry faster, and so the pilling doesn't happen quite as fast. You can still create pilling because it's still a wet medium, but it doesn't happen as quickly because it's drying faster in the air. So with the metallic paper has a bit of a coating on it. That's why we're getting that sheen. And when you're coloring with the alcohol marker on the metallic paper, it's almost floating on top of that finish. And so it gives you a few extra seconds before that alcohol marker dries, and it allows you to blend a little bit easier. At least that's been my experience. So hopefully everybody's having that same experience. When I've used water-based markers on the metallic paper, sometimes, and I need to try different markers because, you know, every marker is a little different. Crayola markers, Tombow markers, all of them are going to act a little different. Sometimes it almost feels a little muddy on the metallic paper. Like it's floating on there, and the water with whatever the pigment is doing in the water-based marker almost feels sticky. That's a better word, not muddy, sticky almost. So I'd like to practice more, maybe with these new pages that Steve has put into my book. I can practice more. I want to try the Tombows. I want to try just, you know, super tip Crayolas. I want to try highlighters because those are water-based, and see if it's a particular marker that's causing that sticky feeling, or if it's just a water-based product on that finish, on that paper. So that's my knowledge so far with water-based products on the metallic paper.
Yeah.
Maybe I over-knowledged you. But that's, I don't know. I feel like a lot of artist YouTubers or whatever don't share enough knowledge. Like they just say, oh, it kind of works, and then they move on. I want you guys to understand why I feel the way I do about certain products and the way they're working and the interactions between papers, so that you know why I'm saying what I'm saying. So right now my recommendation is alcohol markers with the metallic paper is like, mwah, it's beautiful. It's like they're meant to be together. So I love it. So
Mixed Media asked, how do these markers compare to Spectrum Noir?
Spectrum Noir, right here. This is a Spectrum Noir marker. They're about the same size. Spectrum Noir, let's take the caps off, shall we? Spectrum Noir markers also don't have a brush tip. Their chisels look about the same size, and the fine points look about the same size. Let's see. The Spectrum Noir are more smelly. I like the Spectrum Noirs. They are more... you can get refills for Spectrum Noirs. You can buy them individually. They're way more money than the Caliarts. And I haven't used these enough yet to tell you if they have a better tip or not. So, but these are way more money. The cheapest I've ever found Spectrum Noir is $1 a marker. That's the cheapest I've ever found those. So that's the Spectrum Noirs. Oh, and you can buy brush tip replacements for the Spectrum Noirs if you want to upgrade one of the tips to a brush tip. How's that? I love my new studio where I can just wham, bam, pull out a marker and show you. I love that.
Janelle says exactly what I was wondering about. Don't want to ruin her book.
Yeah.
And
I'll ruin
never
my
oversharing
pages.
Of wisdom, my kindred spirit.
Oh, good. I figure you guys, that's probably why you're here on my channels, because you like all my knowledge rantings that I do. So
Michelle says that she uses Spectrum Noir markers and they love the marker paper.
Oh, good. I really like the Spectrum Noirs. I like the way they sell them and the kinds of kits they sell them in. I like the feel of them. I wish they were brush tip. To buy the brush tip replacements, they're too pricey for me to buy all those little brush tips and then to sit and replace each one. And then I feel like pulling out one of the nibs to replace it with a brush tip. I worry about all that ink you're wasting in that tip that you're pulling out. I don't know. I worry about wasting ink. So anyway. And yeah, I'm going to do some experimenting with my metallic paper, and I'll let you know what's going on with the wet medium. I'll ruin my papers, and so you don't have to ruin yours. Was that Janelle asking about that?
Yeah.
I'll ruin mine, so you don't have to ruin yours. So, okay, now I'm using like a medium tone yellow to create some shadows here in my chick's armpits.
We'll have to try
under her bow.
Spectrum Noir.
Let's see if we go in a little closer.
Test here. She's also wondering about the color comparison, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And let's see. Let's go back to the light and blend that in. This is back to the same color I colored her whole body. Just blending out that mid-tone. And now we're going to the darkest of my three yellows. I'll use the fine point. This is where I miss the brush tip because pretty much I don't ever use anything but the brush tip when I have the brush tip available. I don't have to go back and forth between two different kinds of tips. But we can make this work.
Mixed Media had a good idea of storing the tips in small Ziploc bags so they stay wet.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think it's consumercrafts.com is the website where I've seen those markers $1 each. If you're interested in trying Spectrum Noir markers. Okay. Blend out that dark tone using the mid-tone and then back to my lightest tone to do one final blend over all three colors. And I don't think I have my blotting page. Hopefully we don't have any bleed through. Nope, we're good. Whew. Okay, you can order a blotting page to go underneath. If you're going to be using alcohol markers or any kind of wet medium, I recommend a blotting page just to be on the safe side.
Janelle says, thank you for being the scientific guinea pig of the art supplies.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love it. It's very interesting and fun to me. Okay, we got a good blend here under the beginnings of her bow and under in her armpit there. We're going to keep doing it out here. Alcohol markers and water-based markers all blend better if you do it while it's wet. So I try to do just small areas at a time. Mid-tone, back to light tone. Blend that out. Darkest tone. Build that shadow in under her bow. Oh, it's such a cute little bow. This bow reminds me of Rose. Okay, back to mid-tone. Blending it down. I try the pointy fine point here. Blend that out and back to the lightest tone. And that should give us a very smooth shadow across her head. Blend that down. Okay. Lovely. Let's give her a beak. She needs a beak. We'll use the...
Nancy says, love your ladybug ring.
Oh, thank you. I've had that ring for a little while and I've been waiting for spring to come so I could wear it. Seemed a little odd to wear it during like Thanksgiving and stuff. Okay, there's a beak. I'm going to kind of leave the edges feathered along the top and grab my darkest yellow and try to blend it into the yellow, then the mid-tone yellow. I just need to leave all the caps off at some point here. That's one reason I like these Caliarts is they have a sticker on the body with the cap number and a name. So if I start giving up on getting the caps on and off, and I have caps everywhere, which is usually what happens, at some point when I'm coloring with markers, I end up with just caps everywhere. I know for sure I can get everybody back to where they belong because of that. Okay, we've got a beak. A beak is born, and I want to do a little glimmer on the beak. So today I'm using, again, like I did earlier today, the Pentel Milky Pop gel pen, which is being awesome. It's totally becoming a competitor to the Uniball, Signo Uniball pen.
Anne says every time she watches, she buys a book. I said, yes,
You're
we're
so
such enablers.
Ever so often, Steve will be like, so-and-so just ordered another book. Does she know she just ordered another book? And I'll be like, I think so, Steve. I think they're just really kind, supportive people who like the art. And I don't know. I think we still are just in awe of all your support and your love of us. And we just love you guys so much. And it really makes us want to do more for you guys. So thank you.
Nancy and Stacy like your ring too.
Oh, thank you. It is missing one little stone right there, but that's okay. These are really inexpensive rings that we pick up at a little market. It's like an Asian market around here. So, okay, let's see. I was wanting to do the mid-tone first.
Deb asked, will we be putting any of the metallic sheets into our mixed media or our sketchbooks?
I don't have a plan to do that. Is that something that would interest you guys? Yeah, I hadn't even thought of it. How's that for a long, quiet answer?
Which I don't know. I don't know that we've ever really announced it, but I added the ability to get the sketchbook in all one paper type.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I know we had that. Several people asked us if we would do that.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, the sketchbook, you could only get it with all 3 different paper types, which is the way I wanted it. I had Steve build it the way I wanted it, selfishly. But we had people that said they wanted it all like all color pencil paper or all marker paper or all mixed media. And so Steve went in and created those options in the order area. So come and get them. I am still going to be doing, let's do her belly down here. I want a shadow so it looks like she's rounded with a big belly. I'm still going to be doing some videos on sketchbooks, what to do with those sketchbooks. So you can look forward to that. Okay, back to the light. Pull that out. And a little bit of the dark on her belly.
Yeah, Mary, Mixed Media, and Tammy all said yes to the idea of metallic in a sketchbook.
Okay. Do you want the entire book in metallic? Or do you want the option to have it just as one of the papers you could pick from to add to it? Am I making any sense? I was thinking about this blend. Sometimes I can't color and talk at the same time.
Janelle said, or 2 papers in the sketchbook. That's an interesting thought, too.
So many options.
To think through.
I have to let Steve think through that. He's the one that knows what our software can do. Look how cute she's looking, so cute with her big belly, and she's got a shadow under her now. I think her wing needs a little bit. Her wings look sort of flat now compared to the rest of her. So let's make this wing over here. How long have we been on, Steve? Oh, we've been on for an hour. Okay, we won't be on much longer. It's getting late here in Salt Lake, in the Utahs.
I know we have several night owls on here with us.
Fun. I know I took that late nap, so I'm all awake, but Steve's probably getting sleepy. This is the time of night that he likes to wind down. And here we are coloring live on YouTube. Did we ever share this to our Facebook group so they know we're here?
Oh, I forgot.
Speaking of sharing, don't forget to hit like. That helps our channel.
We've had some members also remind people about that.
Thank you, nice. You guys.
Yeah, Anne says, please keep making books. Good quality is everything to make your coloring more enjoyable. Nothing is worse than having bad paper and getting frustrated.
I agree. There. Oh, I'm really looking forward to Easter this year.
Oh, Morticia's an early bird. I don't know. I guess it depends on if she's been to bed yet or not. It's 5 a.m. in Stockholm.
Oh, wow. Wow. You are here with us early. Maybe you're up getting ready for work and enjoying a little video while you're getting ready for work. There, her wing looks much better.
We have Janelle, Mary, and Mixed Media are all on Eastern time, so that's midnight.
Oh,
there.
It's really late there. I wondered about that when we started this, if it would be too late for the Eastern people, but I guess not. Oh, the wall is shaking. Our neighbor must be doing their laundry again late at night. I'm just doing, with my dark color, some streaks to make it feel more feathery. And I did the medium tone over here for the streaks, but I'm liking the darker tone on her. But maybe she's a little more of a blondie chick, and she's more of a ginger. I'm going to do a few streaks up here too. This is when I really miss the brush tip, because you can get such a fun little flick motion going with the brush tip.
We just had Fee Riley join us from, just pop in, I think, Australia.
Oh, cool. What time is it in Australia, I wonder? Have we seen Ennis at all come on?
Mm-mm.
I was hoping she would so I could thank her for her gift. If you guys weren't on my Facebook live event earlier today, I showed the gift that she sent me. She's from Germany, and she sent me a little like fan mail gift all the way from Germany, and with these gorgeous pencils, and oh my goodness. You'll have to go watch the live event and see what she sent me. You know, I just realized we haven't been coloring her poof of feathery hair on the top this whole time. Well, that's all right. We've got all the markers right here. We can do that. I'm glad I saw it now. Ooh, Rose just flipped over. Well, hello, little lady. Do you want to say hi?
Oh, it's midday there in Australia.
Oh. Did you want to say hi to everybody? No? Just comfy? She's so cute. Look at her. Oh. Oh, yeah. You're a good girl. She hates it when I groom her. And she's like offended for a while after I groom her, and she won't come by me for a while.
Only for like a couple minutes.
Yeah, for like, well, sometimes like 10 whole minutes.
Oh,
she won't come by me because I dared groom her. And then she forgives me. Oh, so we all need to be like dogs. Hold grudges for 10 whole minutes and then move on. I wish I could be more like a dog.
Ben's Art asked, do you have any tips on how to grow my art channel?
Oh my goodness. We all need those tips. Let's see. Growing an art channel. Well, Steve, you give some ideas. You know just as good as me. Then I can focus on
I think
colors.
the hardest part about it is being consistent.
That's been really hard for us lately.
I know that's what YouTube really likes and really rewards.
Yeah.
Is consistent content.
Consistent content. They like people to hit like. They like people to comment. What else does... I don't know. I think it's... The thing that helped a lot was when we started doing live events. That helped our channel a lot because people kind of got to know me better rather than it just being this teacher just randomly teaching. Then I became this real person, you know. That helped a lot. Just takes time. I mean, we've had this YouTube channel for how long now?
Oh, man.
Long time.
Over 2 years. Yeah.
Look how cute she turned out. Now, what my plan is, let me zoom out a bit and I'll tell you what the plan is for this page. I'm going to color, of course, this chick will be colored in similar yellows. And then I'll color the flowers and use the same color palette from the flowers to do the hats and the bows. So there'll be some repeat of those colors. And then I'm going to use a third set of greens. I've got one kind of green here in the grass, the background grass, a different kind of green in these pieces of grass here, and then I'm going to use a third kind of green in the stalks for the flowers. So there'll be 3 kinds of green in the end. And so that will make it have a lot of depth with green. And then the flowers and the bows will all kind of mirror each other with colors, so it will feel like they tie into each other. And then background wise, I will probably use a pastel to do the background in like a light blue or something, a dry chalk pastel, so it can go on really soft and almost fluffy feeling to kind of make the chicks feel even softer. I want the whole thing to feel very soft and fluffy in the end. So that's the overall plan and scheme. I'll probably come back to it tomorrow. That's one of the great things about this studio, is I can leave everything just the way it is right here with the markers I'm using laid out and everything, and come back to it tomorrow morning when I'm fresh and ready to keep coloring again. I've got all my chalk pastels really handy, and I can do the background right here. And what I'll do is take a picture of the finished result and post it on my Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, and that's where I'll post this finished coloring page when it's done if you want to see it. I'll be coloring more in here, a lot more in here, because I really want to do a hard workout on these Caliarts and the Ohuhus. I want to know how the tips work. It's like the Studio 71 markers I love. They blend really good, but the tips start to fail on them, and that's really been disappointing. And so I want to see if these have the same problem. Do the tips fail like the Studio 71s? So I'm going to push these really hard and see if I can cause the tips to crush and fail or not. Like Janelle said, I'm the one that wants to ruin the materials for you, so you will know if they get ruined or not, and then you guys can treat them like they should be treated, with respect. And so that's my plan. Hopefully I'll be live several times. I'm going to do a more official review of the Caliart markers and compare them specifically to Copics, and talk about that, why you might want to buy the Copics, even though they are so stinking expensive. I think this set here was, and it wasn't
60.
It was $60 for 12 markers. So why would you buy this over 100 markers here? So I want to talk about that too, because there are reasons you would buy this. So watch for that video to come up. I may even film that tomorrow. We'll see, because I've got it all set up here, so I might just film that tomorrow. Don't forget to enter for the giveaway for the Caliart. I've got this beautiful, pristine set of 40 Caliart markers waiting for one of you. So I'm going to keep it all nice in this plastic, all ready to be shipped out to one of you. So make sure you enter. Don't forget that if you go and purchase any of our books in the Bliss Print shop now, between now and April 1st, you get that 4-page grayscale metallic coloring bonus. And it comes with the full color printout of all 4 of those pages to help you with your coloring. So go and purchase a coloring book. And thank you again to all of you who donated to our channel while we were watching here live. So helpful. It keeps Steve working for all of us. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Steve, for all your help during the live event. I know you probably wish we were downstairs with your feet up, although I know you do enjoy doing this with us. So
that's great.
He wouldn't be our employee if he didn't enjoy this. Trust me, he would have a different job if he didn't enjoy doing this with us.
It's so much fun.
He really does like it, and it's been a really good partnership. So I'm a lucky lady that my husband likes to do this.
Me too.
You think you're lucky too?
I'm a lucky lady.
You're a lucky lady. And Rose says,
I am lucky too.
And Rose says, thanks for coming too, although she didn't appreciate that she had to be groomed for the event, but she needed it. She had this big knot of hair right under her poor little ear, so we got it out though, and she got her treat, so life is fine. So I think I covered everything. Just follow the link in the description. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff that you do here on the YouTubes. Thanks for joining us, and watch the channel. Hopefully now that I've got the Easter art done, I can be a little more consistent with our channel. I always try. Sometimes I get sick and it doesn't work out, but I will do my best. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for all your support. You guys are incredible. So have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Bye-bye, everybody. Let's see. Can you hit the button?
Yep.
Bye.
Here we go. Bye-bye.